What's happening? What is happening? Your boy is off to do a snagging list. And it's for Project Brighton. 3 studios, 3 double en suites. End value to be determined. Because I think it was around like 442,000. That was when it was 2 studios, 4 double en suites. Now it is 3 studios, 3 double en suites. Because when the studs got put up, we remeasured, realised that the room was bigger in real life than it was in the architectural plans, and turned it into a studio. Rock on. Cost about 6,500 to do that for the materials and the labour, but added on 17 to 20,000 hopefully, and an extra £150 per calendar month. So could be about 460 odd thousand valuation if we're hoping. I mean, what I'm really hoping for is about 470. What do I want to talk about? I done a reel /Facebook/LinkedIn/newsletter post about keeping it simple, keep it all simple, just do the basics. Make sure you do the basics. If you want to do fancy stuff as well, that's fine, but keep the fundamentals. What's the basics, Scott? Posting on LinkedIn, looking for deals on portals, whether it's Property Engine, Rightmove and all that stuff. If you're like, well, there's no deals in there, direct to vendor marketing, those sort of things. Calling agents, cold outreach, just basic fundamental things. And then you can do all your fancy stuff with the funnels and the systems, upgrade to that level. Because what I learned was, I still do like funnels and systems, obviously, but what I learned was when I got it too complicated, I ended up doing too much, too fast for not a long time. And when I asked people who have raised over £1 million this year, who have onboarded several clients this year, have got loads of offers accepted, what are you guys doing? Like, what systems and all that stuff? And they're like, look, I just message 100 people a day, I just put in 10 offers a day. Volume. A lot of the basics will be a little of the complicated, fancy, sexy stuff. That's my opinion anyway, but I still do the fancy stuff. So take from that what you will. So I followed that advice, and I cold messaged well over 100 people yesterday, and sent out over 100 connections today. This is LinkedIn, by the way. I got two private investor leads, 1 JV lead so far. If I messaged 50 people, I might not have gotten those. If I messaged 300 people, I might have gotten more. But I feel like about 100 a day, or 100 every 2 days, so it's about 50 a day, who knows. Depends what LinkedIn will allow me. I think a lot of the basic stuff will do well, and I'm thinking of doing a video, because I've got a plan where there's this group that I'm in, and it's fucking brilliant, very high quality, high engaging, group, and basically I'm wanting to message everyone in that group, and it's about 1,000 people. So I wonder if I can do a video where I message 1,000 people in a row. That's fucking volume, The people that I ask, what do you do? They're like, I'll message 20 people a day every day, and I do 1 newsletter a week, 10 offers, 10 offers a week, 10 offers a day. So I was watching this Alex Hormozi thing, and it's just recorded? Yeah, thank God. I was watching this Alex Hormozi thing, and he's like, let's say, for example, you work in sales and you go to the best sales rep, and he says, I do 100 calls a day. You double it. You do 200 calls a day. So what I'm decided to do now is do 3 newsletters a week, post on all social media platforms every single day, post about 5 stories a day, 3 to 5 stories a day, post on YouTube a couple times a week rather than just once a week, cold message, ideally a few hundred people a week, with 300 to 500 people a week, between Facebook and LinkedIn, and just volume. What am I looking for, right? Facebook is for my end-to-end portfolio building service. That's my cash flow engine at the moment. That's my business. That's what's paying my wages. That's what's keeping me afloat. And it's also what's going to be security for private investors. If they say, Scott, if we leave 20k in the deal, or if you leave 20k in the deal, how are you going to pay us back? Will my cash flowing end-to-end portfolio building service will pay them back, you know? So that's priority. And Facebook is where I get the most leads. I track on Trello. Trello's free, by the way. I have like a pipeline of all my investors, whether it's a warm lead, cold lead, all these things, onboarded investors, all these things. And I put a label of where I found them or where they came from. And Facebook is really good for the end-to-end portfolio building service. And LinkedIn is good for the private investment side of things. And Instagram is good for the joint venture side of things. So that's what I'm going to triple down on. I've collected some of the data. I'm still going to collect it. But it seems that when I cold message on Facebook, that's for the end-to-end portfolio building service. And when I cold message on LinkedIn, that's for raising finance. I don't really cold message on Instagram. I might just do a thing where I message new followers, but to be honest, Instagram's really good for gathering emails. So I do a newsletter. I put it on Instagram and just say comment or reply newsletter, and it goes to the ManyChat automated funnel, and it goes up to Kit, and then they get sent the newsletter. They're part of the newsletter, you know. And then on the newsletter, at the end of it, I have to see this form in the description, whether you use it or not. There's a form in the description. That's what I have. That's the top of funnel. That's the top of funnel CTA, like call to action. And that is what I use in the newsletters on LinkedIn and my regular newsletter. And it's what I use in this. It's in my bios of all my social medias. So that's the top of funnel. And this Saturday, I'm going to create a VSL, so a video sales letter. And I'm going to create one for my end-to-end portfolio building service. I'll show you, I'll record me recording it. And basically, rather than hopping on calls all the time, spending my time on calls, getting half an hour into a call, realizing that it's not a good fit, this video sales letter will handle every objection. I'll be in the properties, showing around, like, this is what I've done for clients, all of these things, right? And that is what, my eyes. That is what will save me a lot of time. I'll say, if people are interested, hey Scott, I'm interested in your end-to-end service, can I learn more about it? Of course you can. Here's a video, a 10-minute video, and if you watch that video and you're happy with it, fill in this Google form, and that Google form then goes to a Calendly link, and then that's it, book a call. So if they watch the video and they're like, you know what, I don't have enough money to do that, I don't have enough to do this, or it's not really the strategy that I actually wanted to do, you know, then it saves me hopping on the call, you know. It's like it's a filter, and that's the top of funnel, and that VSL will get added to everywhere. It'll get added to all the newsletters and stuff. And this is it, and that's that, trips. That's what I've done, that's what I've been doing. All I've got to do left is create the VSL, I've created the script, and that's it. You'll see it when it's done. Yes, troops, we have arrived. And it's time for snagging. Now, I start from the ground up. You bastard. Just hit my head off that. That's not good. There's a fucking snag that I didn't realise. That's way too low. Come on. That is way too low. So, you might come across ones that you didn't realise. Anyway, I've done my snagging. I'm going to point out a few things that you might be interested in. Alright, so down here, you can see that panel's come off. Water could get in there. And by the way, I'm going to show you this full property in the next video. This is the first deal that I ever found, and it's now been complete. But for the kitchen side of things, behind there, the plumbing wasn't installed. Pulled it out, saw there's no plumbing. Not good. I checked the hot water and it's like lukewarm. It won't get like really hot. So flagging that could be an easy fix. What else is there? Through to the living room, well, the old living room, but now studio. Nah, double ensuite actually. Obvious one. Toilet seat not installed. Not good for business. All right. And see little bits like that, bits of paint, things being done like that. Those are things that I want as well. Details matter when it comes to this sort of thing, all right? And here, the door has not been painted. These are things that we're already aware of, but it's the little things that matter, okay? For example, under the stairs, you can see things need to be a bit repaired, all right? So you might think, oh, I'm being a wee bit nitpicky, but you have to be, man. Like, look, this needs cleaned. That may need taken away, but let's continue through to here. Oh, I don't want to show you too much. I don't want to show you too much. Not until the next video. What's through here? Oh wait, down here by the way. Under there, you see that? Painting needs done. I think you're going to be, what can you see? I'm looking in the mirror. Yeah, you can see a decent amount of this house, to be honest. But I'll take you through the before, the during, the after, the numbers, all the juicy stuff. So you're getting a wee glimpse of it now, but the next video is going to be good. Anyway, in the boiler room, that's all gone. All this mess, but here as well, needs to be up there, or just a new sheet of plasterboard. All right. And whilst we're all looking up, don't forget to look down. That might just look like a little bit of fluff. Look at that. The carpenters must have put a knife through it or something, man. But that's what we're here for. That's why we're snagging. And just little bits here and there. So when you're snagging, always look up, always look down, look left, look right. I try all the taps in the house. Are they warm? Are they flowing? So the plumbing, is that okay? I go through all the plugs, check to see if all the plugs are fine. All the lights. You see, this light isn't so bad, it's not too low. You know, like that, you look at that light and think, all right, okay, that's fine. But earlier on, you saw I accidentally just fucking hit my head off it. So that's something that's important to know. I'm not that tall, you know? I know it might look 6'7", but I'm 5'10", you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there taller than me. And if I'm close to it like that, then it's not good. Another little thing to look out for. That gap there just needs adjusting a little bit, you know? Snagging is one of those things. You can come across big things, which is obviously extremely important. But all these tiny little things add up. It's not as if the builder's like intentionally not done it. Do you know what I mean? It's just little things that come up. It's important to know. And then the builder comes tomorrow. Cheers for sending a list, Scott. I'll get it all done tomorrow. And it gets done. I'll show you the biggest one. The cement boarding in the alleyway. Fire rated cement boarding. Up there. So that's important too, obviously. That's another thing that needs done. But he knows this. He knows this. That's why I'm doing this today. He comes tomorrow. The decorator comes tomorrow just to do a lot of the touch-ups too. And then that's it. Fully signed off HMO. Alright troops, we are now at Western. I have been outside with Sever and Trent, going through the drains. They came out in February, didn't do it, and now they're back. And they're coming back out next Wednesday to fix out the trap because there's a lot of blockages and I saw shit roll down it, so that's nice. But here's a small update. I'm going to do a proper site visit tomorrow, but the extension has now been built. The roof is on, and this is the final studio being formed. As you can see, it's beautiful. A door's going there. Ensuite down at the bottom. No, ensuite's here. That's just a window at the bottom. Been getting the meter reading. Don't know if you need to do this for the client, all of this stuff. So I've been doing that for ages. Yeah, just hold it down and all that stuff. Lucky me. I'm going to end the vlog here. That's bright, fuck me. I'm going to block the vlog here on a little pro tip. When it comes to people like Sever and Trent, they will forget about your case. If you work with Sever and Trent, don't fucking kill me, don't kill me. But in February, we got them out to do what they done today. Said it would be 8 weeks before we got the repair. Followed up, followed up, followed up. Then last week they came out. All they did was unblock it rather than repairing the trap that was like causing all the blockages. Back out today. Said it'll come out at least next Wednesday, hopefully in the next 7 to 14 days. We need to get this thing signed off and tenanted. Those steps around the back need to be built, and we don't want to do them prior to the drains being done. So we need to get that drain done so we can get this thing fucking signed off. I'm going to do a full site visit day in the next video of this place. A lot's changed, as you can see. Studio's now being formed. Rendering has gone on outside. Oh, that wouldn't have been a good angle. Fucking hell. Right, I've wasted enough of your time. Like, subscribe. If you want one of these built for you, fill the form down below. Let's go. See you in the next one.